Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
Not immediately after marriage.
Why?
Because you have to learn each other as spouses without any interruptions, without any distractions.
You said never let me go.
1, 2, 3.
What's your name?
Izzy. Alexi.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
I think it depends on the situation and the relationship you have with like your mother-in-law or your partner has with your mother-in-law.
Okay.
I really think it's like very situational.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Izzy. Because like, you're only doing it for like a negative reason or they're just using you, then you shouldn't let them fucking live with you. But if like it's beneficial both ways and you guys are like okay mentally with that, then you should.
Do you guys think it's healthy, her moving in?
It depends on the person. It depends on their personality. Because some people have a really good relationship with their mother or their mother-in-law, and sometimes it's not really all bad. But sometimes it's good. It really just depends on the person and the relationship they have.
Do you guys think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Oh, definitely. It has to be discussed with both people, because if you're living together, you really need to talk to both parties.
I agree.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah, because if you don't ask your partner, then it's like, what kind of relationship do you guys have?
Do you think there is pros and cons when it comes to mother-in-law moving with you?
Definitely, but like we've been saying, it really just depends on the person. It depends on the person and the relationship that they have.
What about you? You agree with her? I know she's not good. Yeah, I just said I can follow you guys.
Icky Izzy.
Lexi on Monday.
What's your name?
My name's Raina.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you think?
I think it depends. I think if she's like sick, then yeah, or if she's alone.
Okay.
But if she's like a terrible person, then no.
Okay.
You know? But I feel like different cultures, it's different energy. So if like Asian or like from a different continent.
Do you think it's healthy?
It could be, as long as she's not like mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Yeah, definitely. Or if it's like a last minute decision, then like she needs her own room and like a space for herself so she's not involved in all the household activities.
Do you think your husband will always support her whenever there is an argument?
Yeah.
You think so?
Or else he's not going to be my husband for much longer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Do you think there is pros and cons when it comes to your mother-in-law moving with you?
Oh, definitely. She's going to be involved in all of like the household discussion, like the business that goes on and like the drama.
That's terrible.
But then she probably also like helps in the house, so that's good.
Help? What if she's old?
No, she's not that old. Like she's going to do the dishes.
That was funny. What's her name?
Mia.
Maria.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
I said overall no, but maybe if the circumstances allow, yeah.
Yeah, like, are they sick? Do I need to take care of them?
Are they nice?
Are they gonna take care of me? You know,
Are they gonna take care of you?
food
So
ready?
true.
What if she's not sick?
Well, we just gotta get along.
Yeah, I mean, like, are we living in a two-family home? Like, is the upstairs and downstairs? Like, I don't really want you in the next room, you know what I mean?
Really?
No.
Why?
Because the home is a private space for a couple, you know?
Okay, so you think you guys need your privacy?
Yeah.
Definitely do.
Do you think her moving in, do you think it's healthy?
No.
If she's just moving in to move in, I don't think so. Because the guy needs to be independent too. And guys get really close with their moms.
Exactly.
It's like tag team and then like, yeah.
I would agree with that statement. She has a point. I mean, I still think no, but like, I don't know. I feel like family circumstances are different.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. It would be a conversation. I wouldn't like automatically say no.
No, so you think it has to be discussed first before
Yeah,
getting
for
married?
sure.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah, I agree with her.
Do you guys think there is pros and cons when it comes to your in-law moving in with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You think it has?
The pro is home cooked meals from a
Yeah.
mom.
Okay.
A family figure. I mean, a mother figure.
All right, guys. Yeah, IG so they can follow you guys.
Baby BBY dot angel with 3 L's.
MVAARZ.
What's your name?
Violet?
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you think?
I mean, I don't see why not. If circumstances call for it, and if it's what everybody wants, sure. There's nothing inherently wrong with it.
Do you think it's healthy?
It can be, yeah.
Why do you say that?
I've seen very big homes be very happy, but I've also, you know, I'm privy to the cliche that the in-law is a nuisance. But, you know, if the relationship is healthy, like with your in-law, and the relationship is healthy between your partner and their mother, why not?
Do you think your husband will always pick his mom over you whenever there's an argument?
No.
No?
No. That I don't think so.
Really?
I wouldn't fucking marry a person who would just blindly.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Mama's boy, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if it's something that is like a real plausibility, like going into it, like, oh, this is just a reality in my life, then yeah, it's worth discussing. But it's also probably something that can be sufficiently and healthily discussed after marriage. So.
Your IG so they can follow you?
Violet Grimm, VIOLETTE_Grimm, GRIM_.
What's your name?
Dante.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage?
I would say, depending on her age, like if she needs to get taken care of, like you need to watch out for her health, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Like bring your mama in because she's my mama now too. And but like let's say like she's fully healthy and she just wants to stay inwards. It depends on my relationship with her. If she kind of annoying, nah. She's tolerable, yeah, because then we have somebody that can watch after the kids afterwards, you know.
Do you think it's healthy?
I think it's healthy to grow up with your family. If they're good influence, if they toxic, then it depends.
Do you think your wife will be cool with it?
If she's my wife, we're one mind, one body, I'll be like, yeah, I think she'd be cool with it.
Do you think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Yeah, it does have to be discussed before marriage.
Oh.
You can't just like push somebody into your home, into your life.
That is blasphemous.
Because that'll just bring chaos. You don't want that, but yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, your IG so they can follow you.
It's King Simba Doffit.
What's your name?
Gabriella.
Liz.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
We think it depends on the situation.
How?
I guess it really just depends. Like if she's in poor health, I'd want her to move in so I can help take care of her. But you know, being independent in your new life with your significant other is important too.
Do you guys think it's healthy?
No.
No?
No. It's for health reasons.
Okay.
Then yeah. But if it's not for health reasons, then no.
Do you guys think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Yeah, probably. If the partners know that it's going to be like a possible option, then the conversation should happen before.
You agree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you think there's pros and cons when it comes to mother-in-law moving with you?
Yeah.
I'm sure she would help me around the house and cooking and stuff. But privacy is also
Then she'd probably just be a burden afterwards.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with you guys. What's your name?
Renee.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you think?
No.
Why?
I think because it's a sacred time for you and a partner, or for the two partners to build their life together and to separate themselves from that other dynamic.
Okay. Do you think it's healthy, her moving in?
I wouldn't say it's the healthiest choice, but it also, I guess, depends on what the situation is. There's got to be nuance, right? So why is she moving in?
Let's say she's old.
Okay, so she's old, so she has to be taken care of.
Exactly.
And so it's her children's responsibility to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a problem with it?
I don't know if I have a problem. I mean, I personally don't think I'd want to. I think if I was in the situation, I wouldn't want my partner's mother to move in right when I got married. But if there was no other choice, out of love, I would allow it. Yeah.
Do you think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
If the person whose mother is going to need the help and they have awareness that their mother will need help, I feel like it's a respectful and that needs to be communicated, yeah? If there's like knowledge of it, if it's not known beforehand, then how could you talk about it? But
do you think there is pros and cons when it comes to her moving into your house?
I guess you have the opportunity to grow as a person and give more love.
Okay.
So I guess my initial thought is that the couple needs their privacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I know other cultures, they live with their parents until they get married, and then their parents come along with them sometimes.
That's
but it's just very different than what I was raised in.
Okay. What's your IG?
Oh, at Renee Gagne.
What's your name?
Rebecca.
Katie.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
I think it really depends on the mother-in-law, the situation, why they're moving in, and everything like that.
Okay.
What her personality is, I think, does play a part.
Yeah, how well you can get along with that person.
Very much feel the same way. It just kind of depends on when you try to put a bunch of people in the same space, they have to be able to get along. And if you can't get along, you can't get along.
You so smart.
That's true.
We don't even always necessarily
get along with our own parents. So
Do you guys think it's healthy, her moving in?
Again, it kind of depends on the situation. I wouldn't say it's unhealthy, but as long as she's moving in,
As long as it's not a case of dependence of either of you, like if she's getting older and you're moving her in, goes like, hey, like come stay with us, like we got the space and the money and all that. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you guys are all if there's like not a need and you're all piling on top of each other, that can be a very unhealthy
She just
situation.
wants to control the situation.
Okay.
Like, maybe she's the one coming into control, and you're like, no.
If anybody's trying to control the situation, it's not a good
That's not good. Do you guys think it has to be discussed first before getting married?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You think it has to be discussed?
For sure. So many things should be discussed before marriage. That is definitely one of them.
What's your name?
Sabrina.
Zena.
Should you allow your mother-in-law to move in with you after marriage? What do you guys think?
I don't think so. Not immediately after marriage.
Why?
Because you have to learn each other as spouses without any interruptions, without any distractions. But I think that should be discussed prior to the wedding and prior to the marriage, of the expectations of, like, you got to let me know right off the rip if you think.
Oh, so you think it has to be discussed first?
Absolutely. But it's also cultural. We have to understand that too.
That's true.
There are cultures that is just part of the culture, that the wife moves into the home of the family. And there are cultures that the in-laws move in with the children. So it depends on the culture, it depends on the individuals. But personally,
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
no.
No.
Not right away.
Okay.
I'm all about family, but it's a time, it can't be right off the rip.
Okay.
To me.
That's true. From the beginning, no.
No.
Yeah.
No. If a need should arise later on,
Yeah, okay.
then yes, you open up your home, open heart, because if you love your husband, you love his mother.
Me too,
It's
yeah.
family,
Yeah.
no
That's
matter what.
family, right? So if she has the need, yeah, most definitely. From the very beginning, no, because
No.
just like she said, you're learning each other, you're getting to know who you really are.
As a wife,
Because
as
you
a
can
spouse.
couple with someone, and that's another thing with cultures, right?
Yeah.
Some people are basically arranged marriage, right?
Yeah. That's
So
true.
those women definitely have no choice in the matter. It's whatever the husband says I
That's
must
fair
do,
enough.
right? So I think if you have choice and freedom
Yes.
and real love that is equal in all things,
Okay.
then there would be no problem with his mother coming into the home afterwards, after we've established those things.
Do you think it's healthy, her moving in with you?
In the beginning, it wouldn't be, because your question is from the beginning. It would not be healthy, because that would then block what we were just talking about, the couple getting to know each other.
Right. And then you also
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to consider the dynamics of the relationship. I'm going to say, the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law. How are the dynamics? Is it a power struggle? Is she accepted as the daughter? Do they have a good relationship? Are they going to be able to coexist? That's a lot of factors to consider.
Okay.
So if it's a good, healthy relationship from the beginning, then it's natural that it will evolve into that. But of course, it's a time. I think timing is very imperative. And in my opinion, I don't think immediately the in-laws moving in a new marriage. I think that's just a setup for disaster. A setup for failure.
Do you think your husband will always pick his mom over you whenever there's an argument?
No.
No?
Because I experienced that.
Okay.
I experienced that with my children's father. We were in his mother's house. Culturally, we're in his mother's house. And she was arguing with me and wanting him to argue with me too. And he said, no, Mom,
Wow.
you're wrong. She did not do that. And he actually took my side, and that was like surprising. I was like in shock. I was
Well,
in
that's
shock.
another thing. You have to make sure that the man, the husband, the son is very aware of when to defend his wife, which should be, most of the cases.
I agree.
Unless she's like severely irrational, but giving respect to the elder as the mother-in-law, and but also as the elder, you gotta let your children learn on their own. They have to make their own mistakes. They have to fall down and get back up. You have to give them roots, but also give them wings. You have to make sure that you instilled in them all of the things to be independent, to be respectful, so they can be able to maneuver on their own and not rely on their mama all the time. You got to get off the tick.
I agree. I agree. That makes sense. I agree. The IG so they can follow you.
Queen Bree Bree at IG.
Zena WP, P as in Paul.
Okay.
1969.
Guys, we're done, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.